Hola Positive Mommies, hello and welcome to Motivation for Moms with Elayna, the Positive Mom. Yay, yay, yay. So today we have an important issue to talk about. I'm going to be serious. Well, I'll try to be serious. But it is a serious topic and it is very dear to my heart because I learned this lesson the long, hard way. And I came to a moment in which I was feeling really overwhelmed. I had a lot of anxiety in my life, a lot of stress, and I was physically unhealthy. And I came to the realization that I was being selfish. I was being selfish because I wasn't taking care of myself enough, and I was giving my kids a very lousy mom because I was always tired. I was always on edge. I was always stressed out. I was always, cranky because I hadn't slept or I hadn't had time to take a shower or whatever it was, but I was not being the best I could be because I wasn't taking care of myself. So I realized that when we take care of ourselves, we are not selfish. We are actually doing a service to our family because we are giving them the gift of an empowered, positive, present mom. So let's explore that a little bit because if you've felt drained, depleted, depressed, deprived, and defeated, it's because you have forgotten your needs and you have this Cinderella to-do list and you've put yourself at the very, very bottom. Like I can't even, you can't even see my face in the video because it's at the very, very bottom if you're on there at all. We forget that we exist. We forget how important we are and we say, okay, my kids are my priority, but I'm going to give it a little shift. And why don't you say, my family is my priority? So put your family first. And in that circle, you are an important piece. You're a part of your family. So when you put your family first, everybody's needs are equal. And I am going to be talking to you about putting yourself first. Why first? Well, if you have ever traveled in an airplane, you have heard the flight attendants say that in case of an emergency, you put on your mask first and then you assist others in putting on theirs if they need assistance. If they need assistance. It's not like you're going to be helping people that don't need assistance. We'll talk about that later. But so I made up an acronym FIRST for the word first because it is important as moms to focus on our needs first and put on our mask and then help others. So what does that mean? Well, the F stands for feelings, the I for interactions, the R for rest, the S for self-care, and the T for time alone. And I believe those are the 5 things that we must take care of first before showing up in the world with our kids and with our families. What does that mean? Well, you're going to make sure that you honor your feelings first, that you realize what kind of day you're having or how you're feeling that day so that you can acknowledge and communicate the support that you need. You're gonna have interactions with other adults because let's face it, we need like-hearted and like-minded moms and girlfriends to share the ups and downs of motherhood. We need a community. It takes a village to raise a child, and like many villages to raise many children. So also the rest part is something that I'm always working on because it is so difficult sometimes to prioritize our sleep. But one of the things that I've done is that I observe Sunday as my Sabbath, and those are the days where I don't work, I unplug, I disconnect, and I can replenish my energy and feel renewed to take on another week and and that is where I get my spiritual nourishment, but I also take a nap and have fun activities with my kids, sharing with the family. And self-care can look different for many people. So I have friends that need a massage, others need their mani-pedi, clear gel for their nail. For me, self-care is reading. It takes, reading the scriptures is very important to me, and having prayer, having time with my family. So it looks differently for everybody, but make sure that you do the things that make you feel empowered, because that is the mom that you want your kids to have, and that's the one that they crave to have. They want to have a joyful mom. They don't want to have a yelling mom, or what I like to call the momster. And last but not least is time alone, because we do need to reconnect with ourselves. I always say that my top passion is to be connected to God first, to self then, and then to others, or to the people in my life. And that is how I do that. That's how I connect with God and myself, is by experiencing a little bit of time alone. And it doesn't have to be, a spa day. It could be just 5 minutes in which you take to pray, or say your affirmations, or simply visualize and imagine something. Who knows? Whatever works for you, but spend time alone with yourself so that you can get clear and centered in yourself. So those are the 5 steps. So feelings, interactions, rest, self-care, and time alone. I said that right there. That spells the word first. So when you take care of yourself first, you're not being selfish. You're being selfless. You're preparing and grounding yourself to be of service to the people in your life, because you're going to have the energy and the focus and the empowerment and the vitality and the desire to help them, to serve them, to assist them in their journey. Because we don't want to do things out of resentment. We want to do things because we love them. I always say, make sure that your family is your reason, not your excuse. Forget self-sacrifice and embrace self-care as one of the practices in your life. And again, remember to subscribe, to comment, and ask questions, and share it with the world. And be positive so that you can be powerful.